Well, hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to show you some glitters that I have created for myself, and I really love them. I went shopping. If you looked at my other previous video, I went shopping to Hobby Lobby and I picked up a few glitters, but I also had some here at home already, and I decided to use them as well and just do certain mixes and things like that, and just come up with a different just some different glitters that I think that would work out, and I wanted to see how everything came out. So yeah, so for my practice hand, I am using my Not Polish Universal tips. And the actual tips that you see on my practice hand are actually from the Dollar Tree, and I feel like they worked out pretty well. This is the Red Iguana practice hand, but yeah, I did do another video regarding the Red Iguana. I do recommend for you to buy their tips for your practice hand, but I got away with using the tips from the Dollar Tree and it worked okay, but I guess it just depends on you. So I am using my universal tips from Not Polish, and right now I'm just pretty much putting on the nail tips. I'm not prepping the nail tips at all. I'm not doing anything, just gluing them on. I was going to use my swatch sticks, but I realized that I ran out. I have so many, and I actually thought I did have some, and I didn't. Most likely they're somewhere inside my drawer somewhere, but I was just so excited and I wanted to get to the swatches. So this is the first time me using my practice hand and actually putting acrylic on there, so I was pretty nervous about ruining the hand. So I was very careful, very gentle, and making sure that I did not get any type of glue on my practice hand. So yeah, and pretty much I was being very careful, and so just keep watching. So here you see me trying to file. I did not glue my bottom tips onto my practice hand. So but one thing that they did not do, they did not come out or anything like that. They were pretty much on there okay. And again, I wasn't really prepping, I wasn't really filing as much. I didn't want to, because again, these are just swatches and I just wanted to lay down the acrylic on the nail and just pretty much look or see how the creations, or the, you know, the mixes that I did, and just I wanted to see them on an actual nail. So I wasn't doing too much prepping or anything like that. I wasn't doing prepping at all. I was just gluing all the tips. And so yeah, I pretty much just was taking it easy and being very careful with my tips, or I'm sorry, with my hand. And just keep watching. So here you see me with the first one. I really can't tell you the name right off the bat right now, but I will in between the video. I will let you know exactly what named. I gave each glitter mix. Um, I was pretty excited about having my son help me with the names. He's pretty creative. One of the things that you do have to remember, at least when you do your own mixes, and even when if you buy your own glitter mix, or even your acrylics, you definitely have to try and shake them well before you use them. Again, I just mixed these together, and so I wanted to make sure that that I did the same or the right ratio, the right consistency between the clear acrylic and also the glitters. I did add different types of glitters. Some mixes I did 3 different types of glitter. Some I did 4, some I did even 5. I can't really remember. I know that whatever I saw that might look good together and might work out together, I just threw it in there. And some glitters I did use less than others, and in some I used more. But I made sure that glitter mix had plenty of acrylic, and so that way it can mix and go on pretty easily. Some of the glitter mixes that I did were a little bit chunky, so some of them gave me a little bit of a hard time, but the acrylic that I used for these mixes were Mia Secret, and I feel like it was nice. I mean, it worked out pretty good. It's one of the ones that I usually use, and I mean, I've used other brands as well, but I had this one offhand, so I just decided to use this one. You can use clear acrylic or you can use the pink. Now, when it comes to Mia Secret, from what I see and from what I've noticed, is that the pink acrylic tends to dry clear. So I did run off a little bit of my clear, and so I started using the pink, and it worked the same. I mean, it really dries clear. One of the things that I did notice when I use my pink acrylic for Mia Secret is that if you use it on top of to encapsulate a white color, it does not look white. You can still see like a little bit of a, like a little bit of a pink for some reason. Even though it dries clear, to me, in my eyes, I can still see a little bit of the pink. But with these glitters, any bright colors, it doesn't matter. I feel like they work. The pink acrylic from Mia Secret worked out pretty good. And again, some of them I use the clear, some of them I use the pink. I already know how to use that brand, so it worked out pretty good. So yeah, here I am putting on, I believe, a clear coat of just to encapsulate the glitter, so I can later on file it and and put the top coat on there just to see how the glitter came out. Now, I did not use my nail drill for any of these nails that you're going to see. I pretty much just used a regular hand file. I wasn't sure if I even used this. I think I just grabbed one off the drawer. I have different types of grit nail files and things like that. I just grabbed one and I started filing them. I was just super excited on seeing the final results. And so yeah, I pretty much encapsulated them and then I filed. So keep in mind, some of them might be a little bit, not as smooth as I normally have them, but it's because I use my hand file and I was just pretty much rushing it. I just wanted to see the final step. If I had my swatches, I would have used my swatches, but I need to order more of those. Anyways, so I feel like they came out pretty good. This one was super pretty. It was the first one I put on a nail, and I absolutely love the colors. And again, in the middle of the video, I will show you every single nail that I did and what name I named them. Now this is my second one. It's a little bit of a lavender purplish. um, I think my son, he's pretty good with names and things like that. He's pretty artistic, and I did pick out some names. Hilariously, when he saw the names that I picked out, he was like, "OMG, mom, no way! Like, these names are ridiculous. They sound like stripper names. They sound like, I don't know what else he said. He was just saying some funny names. He was just like, these are old school names." So he pretty much helped me out. And to be honest with you, I'm glad that he did, because I would have messed up these names on these mixes. And it's my first. I have mixed a lot of acrylics before that I've used on nails. So I do a lot of mixes when it comes to acrylics. I like to get a specific color. I would mix them if I have to, just to get a specific color that I would like if I didn't have one, if I didn't have it. And so, but this is like my first time me mixing like lots and lots of glitters together, and I really wanted to name them, and he helped me out with that, which I think was super awesome, because the names that he came up with are pretty fantastic, at least to me. And you will see it on the video, exactly what we named each one, and you specifically will see each nail, especially up close. Okay guys, so just keep on watching. One of the things I wanted to mention was, do you see my crystal monomer holder? Yeah, so I work out of my basement, and it's pretty cold in there. I really don't mind, because I have plenty of lighting. I have plenty of heat or heaters, or it's a heater down there. But it's been super cold. I live in Buffalo, and so it's pretty cold over here, especially now. Like, the degrees have been going down, so I don't care how many heaters you put into my basement, it's still pretty cold. And it's it's horrible on my monomer. So I decided to buy um a Monomer Warmer. Now, they don't sell those anymore. I know that I seen them before, and I've seen other nail techs use them, one in particular. And for some reason, every time I look it up, it's either, I think the product was discontinued. So one of the things I decided to do was to order a mug coffee warmer, and they're flat. It's like a round circle. You plug it in. It's got an off and on switch, and it gets pretty warm. It gets pretty hot, but I set it to the side. It's not like hot, oh my god, like, it's fire, but it does get pretty hot, and it's meant to warm up your or warm up your coffee, or your soup, keep your soup warm, whatever it is. And so I believe I paid like $10 for it in Amazon. And when I tell you it worked out, it worked out. I thought, okay, wait a minute. This crystal has like little legs on the bottom, so it might not even warm up because there is a space between the warmer and the crystal, my monomer crystal. And so I was like, wait a minute, it probably will warm up due to the fact that the whole thing is made out of one piece, one crystal piece. So if the legs warm up, then I'm guessing the rest of the crystal will warm up. And I tried it out, guys, and I swear it worked out so good, because the monomer is not supposed to get hot, but it is supposed to be at least room temperature. And it worked out so good. I would touch the crystal, and the crystal would just be warm. It wouldn't be hot. I touch the warmer, and it will be hot. But the crystal itself, I don't know if it needed to be either even longer or whatever, but I'm pretty sure my crystal was on there for a long time, for over an hour, and the monomer did not get hot at all. It just stayed like warm or lukewarm, or I think it might have been even room temperature, because I didn't make it didn't evaporate or anything like that. It pretty much stayed like how I wanted it to stay, and I was super happy because my the acrylic actually worked out pretty good. Like, it wasn't super runny or anything. If it was super running, it's because I picked up the wrong bead or something. But otherwise, it worked pretty good. And I definitely recommend those. I'll try to see if I can put the link on the bottom. And I did get it through Amazon, just in case you guys have a cool environment and that's where you work in, and you can't get it hot enough, or it's just cool, because it's really horrible for the monomer. It really makes it really hard to work with when the monomer is cold. And this is only my opinion. This is what I'm going through. And so I definitely recommend for your monomer to at least be at room temperature. And I don't mean room temperature cold. I mean, room temperature. And that really worked out for me. So yeah, this was the last of my fourth nail, of my fourth color glitter mix that I created. And I was really happy with it. I really was. And this is the final ending for this hand. I am going to show you more mixes that I did, but this was it. And I really love them. I feel like that. I think this one's my favorite, one of my favorite ones from this hand. So yeah, the pinky one is called Hobie. The ring figure, I called it Spectrum. Hobie because of my daughter. She loves K-pop. She loves it, and so we called it Hobie. My middle finger, we called it Raven, and then my pointer finger, Last Friday Night, which really matched it very well. And so that was my son. He actually created those names. He came up with those names for these glitter mixes that I have created, and I really loved them. I feel like they were super cool. And so for this, I created another 4, and for this set I will be using kind of similar, like there will be a green one. I believe there will be an I think this one's a red one. And again, you can see me shaking them because I just had created them, and I wanted to make sure that I had enough a clear acrylic on there to make it good. I love this red one. This red one was super awesome. It has hearts, it has small glitters, it has large glitters, it just has a little bit of everything. And I believe I even put some black on there, some black fine glitter, and so I really love it. I think my son named this one Little Red Shoes or something like that. I don't know, I'm not really sure exactly, but yeah, just keep on watching and you'll see the rest of this hand. Now for this next one, I actually had to add a little bit more of acrylic or clear acrylic due to the fact that I just didn't have enough. I think I love the acrylic so much. I mean the glitters so much. I mean they just I needed to really needed to make it work, or at least, you know, I just really wanted to show that shine and the mix. It was just so beautiful. I think I have 3 different mixes in there, and I didn't put enough clear acrylic, so that's why you see me putting a little bit more so that the mixture could go on a little bit more easier onto the nail. Yeah, so just keep on watching and you'll see the final results. Now this next one, it was one of my favorites, and I believe I've said that before, but it was truly one of my favorites. Now I got the glitter from, it's called Glitters, and I got it at Hobby Lobby. Majority of these came from Hobby Lobby, but again, I did mix a little bit of everything in there, some from other places that I got, Walmart, even companies online. And so, but this is one of my favorite ones. It was super cute, and I think my son named it Doll House. It was very soft and very pastel-y. I love because the flowers on it, they were like the right size. They were just super cute. I loved it. Like, they weren't too small not to notice, but they weren't too big either. Again, I really love the mixture that I created for this one, and it's called Doll House, and I really love them. So I will be encapsulating these again in clear. You definitely want to encapsulate any glitters that you put on a nail, obviously, so that when you file, you won't take all your hard work off. And but yeah, that's, I'll be encapsulating now, and you'll be able to see the final result. So yes, this is the final result, and again, I absolutely loved them. The middle nail, it was kind of like a green with gold and stars and a whole bunch of different type of sequences. And again, my favorite one out of all of them, I would say, is the pinky, because I really love that pastel-y look, but that's just me. So we called that one the Doll House, or let me see, yeah, Doll House. And I really thought it suited it so much. I thought it was super cute. And then the kind of that one, I felt like it looked like a mermaid kind of look, but so my son said, okay, we're gonna name it Siren. and he said it's from some show or something about mermaids and all that. I love that one. And this green one, we decided to name it Poison Ivy. It had stars and lots of green and gold. I really loved it. And then the red one, we decided to name it Click Your Shoes, right? I think that's what he said. Click your shoes. Click your red shoes. I'm sorry. Click your red shoes. And so that was really nice. Now for my second hand, I decided not to show you guys me putting them on, or encapsulating them. So I just kind of went quicker. And this one we named this is like a purplish color. I think it was, oh God, I forgot the name of it. Animus? I forgot what it was. This one was Crimsicle. Yeah, Crimsicle. And I loved it too. It's kind of like an orange color. And it just looked very festive and very cute for the summer, very hot and glittery, and it just looked I loved it. The name suited it, Creamsicle. And so the second one, or I'm sorry, the third one, we decided to name it Lust. So it had a lot of purple sequences, it had hearts, it had I believe it had some red, I'm not sure. And then the last one we decided to call was okay, wait a minute. So this one's called Lust. Right. Okay, so Dynasty or Lust. It was one of the two. So both names were awesome. And so this is the final result of those. And I really love them. So yeah, this is pretty much the glitter mixes that I've created, and I named them, and they're super pretty. They're really glittery, and they really say a statement. So you can do these with a lot of different types of color acrylics, mix them in, do different styles, and I'm really, really happy in how they came out. And thank you for my red iguana for being my how you say it my sampler, and also to my son Miguel. Shout outs to him. Thank you.